How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video we have 5 more finest players that have been revealed for Team Affinity Season 5. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first 2 players revealed today via MLB The Show Twitter was Frankie Montas, starting pitcher, and CJ Cron. CJ Cron was a player I played against in high school. He went to Mountain Point High School, definitely a solid player. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and I ended up facing him one time. He had a home run that was robbed by my left fielder, and then his brother, Kevin Cron, came up, very next batter, hit another home run to left field, also robbed by the same left fielder. So kind of an interesting story there. Should have given up back-to-back home runs. Shout out to our left fielder at the time. Not going to mention his name because I haven't talked to him in a little bit. Don't have his permission. But the next player we have is Sandy Alcantara and Heimer Candelario. So both of these players I was able to predict correctly, and these players were revealed via scouting report. So that was a pretty cool surprise there. We also have Garrett Cole that just dropped or was just revealed about 5 minutes ago as I'm recording this. I was just about to boot up the recording with the microphone and everything. MLB The Show tweeted out 99 finest Garrett Cole. So this card will be very good. One of the first Team Affinities that I'll probably be going after. Before we get into a game of ranked seasons, I wanted to talk about this accessory tip. This might help you play a little bit better in MLB The Show if you're using a PlayStation 5. So you would go into your settings, click the accessories, click controller, and then go to the communication method. You do not want this on Bluetooth. I can't necessarily confirm that the USB cable is better, but it seems like there is less input delay when you're pressing the buttons on your PlayStation 5 controller if the controller is connected through the USB cable. So that is something that I recognized during this upcoming game of ranked seasons. When I'm recording videos, I turn off the USB cable connector. I put it onto Bluetooth so that way I can plug in my microphone and create the recording. Well, I forgot to change the setting back before starting up this game of ranked season, so we're going to see how it goes. We're playing GSU with Walker Buehler, the finest version, on the mound, facing this card for the first time. He just came out a couple days ago, but this slider is absolutely disgusting. First pitch he throws, or first slider that I put in play, was on the outside corner. I thought that was a cutter out of his hand, and so far I've had to just guess. Here we get a little bit lucky. I kind of just dropped the PCI there and squared it up perfectly, hit a home run. Definitely a solid swing. We'll take a look at it in slow motion. It's not a perfect swing, but it's pretty close. It's about as close as you can get without being perfect. I am on the early side of good. You see the barrel, the bat gets out in front of the baseball. We hit it below the zone because of Willie Mays' swing and just the trajectory of the bat crossing the plane of the plate. So that is definitely a solid swing. You can see that that is almost a perfect swing. PCI slightly to the right there. That's a screenshot of almost the point of contact. Anyway, we're going to keep it going here. We have a 1-0 lead early on. Well, he's only thrown 7 pitches, and now I'm starting to swing away a little bit. I feel like this opponent is going to attack the zone a little bit more. He has been pretty selective, trying to pitch to the corners, trying to pitch to the opposite side of the plate. He is throwing away quite a bit, so I'll have to keep that in mind as we keep going throughout this game. He almost started every single batter out with an away pitch or something soft away like that slider to righties, hard sinker away, so I'll have to keep that in mind. But we have Hunter Green on the mound. This is the first time I'm trying this future star Hunter Green card, and he seems to be pretty effective. Strikes out the side in order the very first 3 batters, and that's amazing. I mean, I'm looking to get the confidence all the way up on that card. He doesn't have the greatest stamina attribute, so I think I'm only going to get about 5 or 6 innings of work out of that Hunter Green card, and I really would not use that card in the 7th inning or later too often, depending on if the opponent is just completely lost at the plate because of the speed differential, because he does have some of the meta pitches. I feel like that can happen, but you never really want to allow a pitcher with 90 stamina or somewhere in that range to pitch too deep into the game. The PCI for the opponent will start to increase. They will be able to put everything in play hard, and as soon as he goes into that yellow energy meter, I would want to take him out anyway, just because he doesn't have, 120 hits per 9 and 110K per 9. He's right up there at 100 for each. I just think you have to be careful with that stamina meter. But this opponent makes me pay for that pitch. I felt like I located that one all right. He didn't have his PCI squared up as well as I did with the Willie Mays home run, but that Francisco Lindor card just seems to destroy me in ranked seasons. That card is incredible. I was using him for a long time, ever since he came out, really, and I'm ready for that Fernando Tatis finest card. That's what I want to be using at shortstop. But I figured I would sell Lindor, put Pablo Sanchez over there, and Pablo Sanchez has been doing amazing. I know a lot of people don't like the creative players. I would be perfectly okay if they took the creative player out of the game next year. I like using them, of course. It took me a lot of time to get that card in general, even with, simulating through Road to the Show. It did take quite a while, but anyway, we squared up a couple pitches well in this game that we didn't get rewarded on, but I also didn't have the PCI, right on the baseball. A couple of those were, I guess, PCI was to the left on the pitches inside to a lefty. PCI was too much over the middle of the plate. We weren't able to pull the ball and keep it fair. The few times I did square up the pitches inside, we were hitting foul balls down the first base line, out of play over there. But this time, he goes with that sinker, up and away. It's kind of middle away. But that's the pitch I was looking for right there. 0-1 count. He started off with a low curve. Then he went back to that hard fastball up and away. That's what I was talking about earlier in the video. We want to look for that pitch. I'm looking for a slider inside here. We get it. But that pitch is absolutely disgusting. 86 mile per hour slider. This card has, 99 break on just about every single pitch. His sinker is the pitch that moves the least, but he still has, the thresholds for a sinker baller pitch. He has 80 control, 80 break. That is what you need for that quirk. That's a threshold quirk. But anyway, we brought in Goose Gossage. He's going to throw one pitch in this game. We get out of the inning. I wanted to try and get through that inning with Aaron Loop, but he started to go into the yellow range himself. Then we get the hit-and-run glitch. After all of the patches in MLB The Show, we still have this hit-and-run glitch where if you put the ball in play as you're stealing a base, sometimes the base running meter just disappears. I didn't even know if Hank Aaron was going to make it to second base. But we have runners on first and second, nobody out. Adley Rutschman just missed that pitch, popped it up to center field, and now he brought in Big Papi. So not the greatest bullpen management. I brought in Goose Gossage for one pitch. We bring in Big Papi as a pinch hitter, and he hits into a double play. So we basically wasted two guys right there, Goose and Papi, and hit into a double play. Earlier in the game, I brought in Honus Wagner as a pinch hitter for Juan Soto. You saw in that last inning, Juan Soto led us off with a double. Then we had some good speed on second. I brought in Honus Wagner. So I've used quite a few bench players already, but we are in the top of the eighth. This is a low-scoring game. We didn't hit the ball that well, and I'm not going to blame it entirely on that accessory tip, but I feel like if I had that setting on the USB cable that I would have put up more runs in this game. I don't think it would have made that much of a difference, but I probably would have more than a one-run cushion. I don't know, though. We are also playing at a Legend Stadium with the rain on, so there are a lot of factors here, and those could be some of the reasons why the ball is not, leaving the yard left and right. We're not playing at ship it. All those things I understand. I'm just trying to analyze the gameplay for you all and try and give you some feedback on what I was thinking while playing this game. I didn't realize that I had the setting on until right about the 9th inning. It was right now, and I'm like, I have this on Bluetooth, and that might have made a difference. I don't know, though. Let me know if you guys have PS5 and have recognized some of those things. We're going to try and close this game out with Mariano Rivera. We're challenging Vlad right there with that sinker up and in. I thought that might have been a tie game, to be honest with you. He probably squared that one up better than that PCI feedback that we got a glimpse of. But that is going to do it for this game. We win 2-1. We got 5 more finest cards coming out. Let me know what you think about Season 5 Team Affinity so far. Let me know what you think about the PCI, or I guess the accessory setting affecting that input lag on the controller. It kind of can affect the PCI a little bit. That's just what I've recognized after switching back and forth. But that's going to do it for this video. I'm College Lefty, and peace out.